More than 115 million people across the country are under air quality alerts as wildfire smoke from Canada blankets a huge section of the country. New York once again topped the list for the worst air quality in the world today. The smoke forced the FAA to issue a ground stop, temporarily pausing all flights into LaGuardia and slowing air travel into Newark and Philadelphia. With more than 9 million acres charred by Canadian wildfires so far this year, experts say the eastern U.S. should anticipate future air quality concerns. People are being urged to stay indoors, especially those with pre-existing lung and heart conditions. So let's bring in meteorologist Leah Pezzetti for a closer look at that smoke and where it's coming from.
Right, Greg. And also I want to point out what you just mentioned is it's the worst air quality in the world today. We were there. If you remember back in October, Seattle had the worst air quality in the world. But to put it into perspective, our AQI was around 245. What New York City, parts of New York City felt today was around 413. So that shows you, remember how bad it was here? It is much worse there. Now let's take a closer look at where these fires are and where these impacts are as well. So fires are burning up in Canada, but you can see how that smoke is getting pushed down toward the East Coast. So really around New York is where we're seeing the worst of it right now. As we progress forward, it clears out a little bit, but really as long as we're in this pattern and as long as those fires are burning, yeah, we have the potential to keep that smoke really impacting those East Coast cities. Over here in the West, we have a couple small fires. They're hindering air quality a tiny bit. It's a little hazy out there, but definitely not as bad as what we're seeing on the East Coast. And actually in the next day or so, our pattern's going to shift. It's going to push that air up to the north. It'll keep it in Canada. So in Western Washington, we actually should be okay. Live look from our Queen Anne camera right now. 69 degrees is what we're feeling in Seattle. Keep in mind that is about normal for this time of year. That's where we should be peaking in our daytime highs. 70 degrees actually is our average for this time of year. But today we hit temperatures in the 80s. Heading into tomorrow, we will feel a cool down. You'll probably notice it. 70s is where we'll peak for the day. Up to the north, it's 60s with some low to mid 70s. And then the farther south you go, the warmer it gets. We're near 80s in some parts of Puget Sound, but really it's mid to upper 70s. We're still hanging on to the 90s in Wenatchee, Ellensburg, Winthrop. Much cooler along the coast, Forks to Hoquiam. Look at this temperature difference from the coast to the Cascades. A 30-degree difference in the span of one day in different areas. So for Seattle for tonight, we're clear, but we are going to see cloud coverage building overnight tonight with lows dropping into the mid 50s, so a mild night. You'll wake up to a little more cloud coverage than what we've been seeing. We'll still stay dry into tomorrow for most of Western Washington. Over along the coast, couple spotty showers are possible, increasing cloud coverage, that increased onshore flow for the Olympic Peninsula, coastal communities, but Puget Sound should stay dry and clear for most of tomorrow. Thursday evening, we see a couple spotty showers pop up over the Cascades, but biggest chances for rain push in Friday morning during that morning commute. You see that line though? It's really Seattle and north have the highest chances for some light rain. South of Seattle, not looking at anything, and you see those totals are pretty minimal, in the hundredths, maybe a couple tenths of an inch. 7-day forecast showing the cool down that comes out with that. Upper 70s for tomorrow. Okay, it's still warm out. By Friday, we're going to shave off about 10 degrees with those slight rain chances for the first half of the day. Saturday, we dry out. We start that warm up, and then as we head into next week, the sun is back, and so are the 70s.